Today is a great day, wonderful day. Today is the 7th of July 2023. And you are very right. Yeah, we've been talking on so many issues of politics and then security matters. But I've always said for all the 22 years that I've been talking to you people that a lot of what I communicate with you is actually directed at the youth, the young ones. You know, I know there are a lot of people too who are my age or even older who are interested in what I say, but I really target the youth because you have a lot ahead of you. And don't forget that where you are, we were there. And we have gone through a lot, we have seen a lot, and then we have experienced a lot. So what our personal experiences are, or my personal experiences are, and what also I have seen around this world, and I've gone around a bit. I've gone around this world a bit. I want to share it with you so that the errors and mistakes that I made, you do not make them. Yeah, today's topic is how to get rich, very rich, with little sweat or no sweat at all. How to get rich, very, very rich, without sweat. I am giving you this topic, and I am going to give you practical ways. If you are somebody who will listen and you take what I'm saying seriously, I can tell you that your life will change dramatically within the next 3 months. Your life will change dramatically. And this is just the introduction. This is the introduction to a series of communication bulletins, that I'll be having with you, speaking to you, and I'm talking of practical things. I am speaking and talking about practical things. And so take these matters very seriously, and each topic that I give you, if you can record it on your radio or something, or you go to Facebook, we are also going to go to YouTube. Go there, listen to them, and take them seriously. And let me tell you something. Those of you who are listening to me now, those who are going to benefit tremendously from what I'm going to tell you, they are already paying attention. Because this world is very wonderful. When you go to the Bible, Jesus even said it. He said you will have information. You throw it, some people will see it, they don't know what it is. Others will take it, but they don't act. Others, it is there. So it's the same thing. It is the same thing on this end. What I'm saying now, there are people who will already turn. Yeah, because their time hasn't come. And they will suffer throughout their lives. I'm telling you, their time has not come. But there are others who also take matters very seriously. And what are we saying? We are saying that you can get rich, filthy rich, without going through any sort of dubious ways of making money. You can get very filthy rich indeed. And I'm going to tell you from my personal experiences. Very personal experiences. But this is just the introduction. And during this introduction, when I say rich, how to get rich, who exactly is a rich man or a rich woman? First and foremost, a lot of us get the whole definition of riches wrong. And here, about 90% of my work for riches is about real money, because money is the God in quotes, in inverted commas. Money is the God of this earth. Whoever you are, even all the churches, without money, they cannot go and then preach. All the religious organizations, without money, they can't go anywhere to preach. So, money is very, very important, but there are other issues too. You have your health, and then your ability to live, in friendly terms with your neighbors. All those things, they count. And living long, they all count. But I'm talking. Has got that, you've got that. You say, oh, that this person is very, very rich. Our Facebook is, our transmission is worrying us, but so if you are watching, please, the networking is not that good, but it will come on come on. Yeah. So I'm saying that a lot of people don't know who a rich person is. They don't. They just see anybody. He has probably got a lot of houses, nice dresses. He has got four wives. He's got many cars. You say he's not rich. It is not rich. Because riches is all about your state of mind, even when you have the money. The money has come to you all right. And you are at peace with yourself. If the money comes to you and you are not at peace with yourself, you are not a rich man. You are not a rich man. You are not rich. A lot of people you go, they have so many things around them. Whereas even some of these contractors, they have had a contract, so they are taking money. Go to some of them, they hit around them. That is why most of them they die out of hypertension, pressure, and all those things. You owe a lot of banks, they are chasing you. So riches is not the way you people think it is. Some people will go and see the devil, who would take a portion of their lives and then do one or two things for them. Let them go and recite a few things. Then they say they are rich. They are not rich people. They are not rich. Somebody goes and gets corrupted. He goes to corrupt and say, collect money. They say, no, you see that your heart, your vibration, your very thoughts and thinking, you see, you have to align with God to be able to even pray to God. This is what a lot of people don't know. So when you have done a corrupt deed, you have stepped outside of the vibration that can link up with God. That is, the telephone number that you have of God has been blocked. So when you go and make a deal, you may get the money, but your heart is not at peace. You are only pretending. There are so many people who even call themselves, you see that they are multi-billionaires. But a lot of those people, they don't have that money. Most of the people you hear that he has this billion, look, it doesn't mean, people think that when they say Zuckerberg or, Bill Gates and all that, they are billion. Don't think that the money is not in the bank. The money is in the businesses, the investments. So you only calculate. If he has this number of shares, if he sells those shares at this amount, this is what he will get. But those shares can come to zero today. For example, you have his computer company. Anything can happen, and a share that is $20, per share can come to 5 cents. So all that money in 1 second, it's nothing. So a lot of people that you think they are not rich at all. There's so many. You have so many people. You see them, they wear the nice dresses, they are moving like that. Oh, in the night they cannot sleep. That is not the type of riches I'm talking of. I am going to speak to you and listen to me and take this very seriously. Take it very seriously. Let the whole of your life depend on what I'm going to tell you. You will get money from where you know not. Money will come. You don't need to steal anything. You don't need to make a deal in your office. You don't need to make one deal in your office. And you will make money. You are probably in a place where, some facilities are around. Then you keep, I have worked in areas where, look, I was in charge of a whole lot of material. When NADMO started, 1998, 98, 99, 2000, I was one of the foundation members. And I came to WA. I was in WA here as Deputy Regional Director for NADMO and Chief of Operations for the whole Upper West region. So many things came here. I spent 10 years in NADMO. Those 10 years in NADMO, what I got from NADMO, I'm telling you today, before God, you are my witness, was one roofing packet, roofing sheet, one packet. Deputy Director in charge of operations. One packet roofing sheet, one bag of bread flour, and 2 bags of rice. All right. And I used to receive more than, sometimes about 5,000, 6,000 bags of rice, maize, beans. I'm the one telling you. And then a bag of cement, it was even broken. We could receive 10,000 bags of rice, of cement. One turn back. One. Me. I'm the one telling you. You know, so what am I saying? I'm saying that, look, God is wonderful. God is wonderful. And when we say God is wonderful, who do we mean by God? By God, we mean the Alpha and the Omega, the omnipotent, the omniscient, and the omnipresent. Not the God of religious men. Let me tell you, all religions, if you go, they say they are praying to God. They are praying to God. So one of the things I'm going to tell you is, if you are going to be somebody who will get rich without sweat, number one is not to discriminate between any religion. Because they are all praying to God. All religions are good. It is the religious men. Islam is good. It is Muslims who may be bad. Christianity is good. It is Christians who may be bad. Buddhism is good. It may be Buddhists who are bad. And so it cuts across. And when God is going to bless you, He knows that you are all working because you don't have that capacity to know Him. So you are doing your best to contact Him, to get to Him. You are His children. You are all His children. He doesn't discriminate. And so as long as your heart is attuned to Him, when you ask, whatever you ask, He will give it to you. I'm the one telling you. Go down and see. Somebody will say that his religion is better than the other one. Then you don't know your religion. Then you don't know God. You are not praying to God. That is not God that you are praying to. If you are praying to God, you won't say your religion is better than the other man's religion. And sometimes we can say the blessings of this life may come to the things of this earth. If you are on this earth, money is very important. If you don't have money, you can't build a cathedral. You can't build a big church. You can't do anything. The sort of huge, mighty mosques that are in Saudi Arabia now, they all started when I was there, from about 1972-73, when oil came and they started getting the money. Go to Saudi Arabia and see how it is. Go to Sharjah, Dubai, Ain Shams, Abu Dhabi. Go and see. Money. You say your religion is better than someone's religion. How come God has blessed the people of Mecca and Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, and the Christians are somewhere they have nothing? So don't believe those things. Look, God looks at your heart. And when your heart is attuned to Him, He will bless you. And there are so many things you can do for God to bless you. So I'm saying that the first thing that you should do, if you want money and you want to fast, and it's God who is going to give it to you, and He will give you from where you know not. He will create the circumstances, put you at a particular place, make you meet and see certain circumstances and certain people, and then your door will open for you. That is how God does it. I'm saying the first thing is remove from your heart that your religion is better than one, that you are going to hell and the other one is going to, you are going to heaven and one is going to hell. You have already blocked your chance. You have blocked your chance like that. You have blocked your chance. Because, look, again, I put in this narrative that you are going to be rich if you follow this series. This is the introduction. Then when I come the next time, I'll start with the first lesson. But this one, you must go through it, if you tape it, and go through it several times and follow just what I am telling you. Miracles will work. Unbelievable. They have worked to me, as I sit here. I am the one telling you. You see, in this life, God has blessed all of us in so many ways. But you know, when you are young, you are not aware of what God's blessings are. And then you don't also know how to think. Because to get rich is what you think in the first place. All the things that you see on this earth all came from the mind. You must have the idea of being rich before you know the formula of being rich. The money may come because there's a difference between receiving money and retaining and growing money. So sometimes you may have an idea, that, oh God, I need your blessing to do this and that. Some people just sit there and say, I need this amount of money. But what is to follow with getting that money? He does not do anything about it. So the money will come, and then when you see it, you think it is going to be so. It's just like somebody's taking lotto. When they win, what do? Before they know, they are broke. That is not how to make money. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking of your getting money. You will get that money. I am the one telling you. And those of you who are ready, many are called, but few are chosen. So many are listening to me, but only few will succeed. And others will say, oh, I didn't know. I thought I was just joking. I don't joke with anything. I joke with nothing. And I'm talking to you with so many years of experience. I've been to so many countries. I have myself seen the miracles. I've seen God work miracles before me. He just stood before me and worked miracles for me. And that is why what I'm sharing with you. If I don't share these things with you, and tomorrow I'm not there, I'll go with them. And now when I'm also sharing them with you, I'll start telling you a few things. As I said, this is the introduction. One of the things you should bear in mind when you want to get money from God, not dirty money from God, is that you should be patient with God. You must be patient with God. God never delays and he never denies. He only makes sure that he gives it to you at the right time. God will never delay and he will never deny. He makes sure that he gives you at the right time. Let me tell you another secret. In the Bible and in so many religious books, it is said that, look, that when you ask, it is already given. I think Jesus said it. That when you ask it, immediately you conceptualize something, you speak. The spiritual realm is different from, our earthly realm. Immediately you look at something and you just ask, God, I need, but let me caution you, you'll be a greedy person to go and be asking for small things. Some greedy people, they go asking for stupid things. We don't do that. Are you with me? Do not go and say, God, as for me, I don't need much. What do you mean? It's an insult to God. The man who owns everything, they say you don't need much. You need much. It's because you are selfish. Only a selfish person will ask for small money from God. That's another thing. Look, take note of that one too. Take note. Write it down. Only a selfish person will ask for small things from God. Only a selfish person. Now, why do I say that person is selfish? He's selfish because he is collecting he wants that money to solve his own personal and particular problem. But that is not the way to be rich. That money may come, but you will never be rich. I repeat, that money may come, but you will never be rich. If you are going to receive money, a lot of money, and continue to receive. In fact, these are the lines and the lines, the do's and don'ts that I'm now going to tell you. Number one is think big. Think very big. Now, secondly, when you think big, don't think that big so that when it comes, people will say that you are this. God does not like that. Don't ask God to bless you so that everybody will know that you are big. No. Already you have blocked yourself. So that is why you ask and you do not receive. You see, this Bible we have is a mystical book. But when you read the word, we call it the Logos, you get nothing. Most of the things that Jesus said, those are mystical things. If you want something from God for selfish reasons, you may not get it. You may not get it. And how do you receive big? Or the money will continue to come. One basic thing, in fact, the great I'm telling you this today, start. One, learn to give. The first thing, ask for that one. It doesn't matter whether you are a criminal, you are a murderer, you are a prisoner, you are a convict, you are a Zoroastrian, you are Muslim, you are Christian. No. If you keep on giving, you can never be a poor man on this earth. It will never happen. It will never happen. If you continue to give, and when you are giving, don't say, oh, I want 10 million so that I'll give 500,000 or 50,000 to some. No. God will test you. God again says it in his books. If you cannot handle the little things, how are you going to handle the big ones? Start with small things. Sometimes you'll be going, you just see a child, and something will speak to you. If you are somebody, something will talk to you that this child, he needs something. Even if it is, what are these amount? 20 pesos to go and buy granules. That child, when you give it to that child, the sort of the energy, the love this child will have, and the happiness goes straight to God, and God will reward you instantly. Instantly. Another thing, I see people, they go to a traffic light here. Then you see people, look, professional beggars, don't give them any money. I see a lot of my Muslim brothers, they keep making errors. Don't go, no, that's not the person to go and give him money. That the person has got this. Those are professional people. Some of them are richer than you if you don't know. I was in Egypt, Cairo, when a professional beggar died. When it was revealed that most of the story buildings in Egypt belong to them, everybody got a shock. No, when you are somebody who gives, God will direct you. The person will become, and you see the spirit. And you just, so God will tell you that this is my daughter or this is my son, he's suffering. It will touch you. On many occasions I've seen it. Sometimes I myself have nothing. But I have a big problem. So when I was passing her, I just removed 5 CDs and gave it to her. She got it and collapsed. Managed to get her. Hey, please. I said, oh, no, you go. Later I got to see her. And to find out that she was young, about 70 or 80, but she had 2 children. She was thinking of how to buy something for her children. There are so many people, you will know. God will direct you. Don't go about, that is, those who are talking zakat, or not only zakat, but for example, some Muslims, they go that you pray, when you go to the mosque, you see the beggar give, you are giving nothing, you get nothing, you never get anything. It doesn't work. It does not work. My Muslim brother, I'm telling you, it does not work. You are throwing your money away. Look, when you give something to somebody, and it gets to his soul, then that is what we call a giving. You don't go and give something to somebody when the person he doesn't need it. You are just a nuisance before the person. And a lot of us, we do that. Somebody has become a regional minister, then you rush and go and give him a good. For what? So that you do what? You are trying. That's bribery. That's nonsense. God doesn't like those things. So what I'm saying is this. Being wealthy and rich, or receiving all the time, starts with how you think. How you think. And I'm telling you these things because I have also grown through them. I never had anybody to tell me. So most of it was trial and error. So sometimes you may think correct, the money will come to you, but you don't know what to do with it again. And so when you don't know what to do with it, the money will go back. When you don't know what to do with it. For example, a big chunk of money comes to you, and you haven't learned to give to people. Not to church, or not to your pastor. Don't go and waste money with your pastor. Don't go and do that. I was a pastor, I'm a pastor. Somewhere. Yeah, you can give the money. Sometimes you can even choose one of the pastors in your church. Not the head pastor, who you think when you do that, you just pray and things will be happen. Nothing will happen to you. It may be a church worker, maybe even a cleaner, or one of those singing in the choir. Go to the knack for seeing people who need help. And anytime you give something to the person, must feel it. The person must feel, say, oh my God. May God bless this man. That is what God is looking for. And if you are used to doing that, you will never lack in it. Nothing can never happen that you will lack. Challenges will come. That doesn't mean that challenges will go away. Challenges will come, but God will appear from nowhere and solve it for you. There's another thing. There are so many people. When you have a problem, you ask them to solve. They'll give reasons why they don't want to do it. They will find a reason. Oh, you go and do this for me. Oh, no. Especially a young man. A young man may come to you, you want to do it. No, they'll give some reasons. Sometimes I try to explain to them that, look, God is testing you. God will use this man to bless you. But they always run away. They will run away like that. If you don't want to help anybody, when you have your problem, you call on God, He will not listen to you. If you are somebody who doesn't want to help others, And to help others does not necessarily mean that when the person comes, what the person needs from you, you have it. And no! Even the way to talk to the person alone is more than enough. A lot of people are thinking of it like that. How come that a person will have a challenge and then the person will choose only you and come to you and say, I need your help? It means that God is the one who has directed that person to come to you to ask for that help. When the person says that, you wait, God will talk to you. Or you ask the person to wait. Get up. If it is in your house, go into the room and just stand for some few minutes. God will speak to you. He will give you something. He will give you a message for the person. You can come and say, oh, I've heard you. Look, listen. I don't say this is not a problem. Don't we have a God? It's not a problem. We will solve it. I'm telling you, once you say you will solve it, God will go and mark it. My son is ready for me to use him to solve the problem. If somebody brings his problem, make it your problem. It's God who has directed that person to come to you to solve the situation for that person. Never throw anybody away. And never say that somebody's problem is more than you can handle. And don't be that type of person when someone, hey, this man is coming to ask me for money. It's like that, you have been worrying me. God will block you. When the person comes to you, let the person come. How come that the whole of this world, in Ghana we are 31 million, that person has decided that you, Musa, I'm coming to Musa. Musa must just find me 1,000 cities. Then before I say, my friend, my problems are more than yours. We don't do that. You do not do that. It's God who has said, go to my son. And when the person comes to you, God is giving you to a test. Because God wants to use you to be, helping his children. And the more you are somebody who will give, God will, so what he will be giving some people, he will give it to you so that you will distribute it. I'm telling you. And another thing you should do, try your best not to be the person who is going around always asking for people to give you, like Ghana. As long as America will continue to give you money, and they know this principle, they will give you, you think it's free money, never. It means whatever God will give you, because of the criminals we have in Ghana, the money that they'll collect your taxes and go and do all sorts of stupid things with it. Look at the Asset North that they went. Look at what they were, the money they were sharing there. So God will always give them the money. If you are, look, God, that's how God works. He will say, oh, this is my son. If I give him this, he will distribute it well to my children. So he will always give him. Go again, ask, or look around. You'll find that a lot of people who are very wealthy and rich, and they continue to be rich, they can give. They know. That is the secret. I'm saying the only way that you can make money on earth is to give. I don't mean to stand there and be throwing money. I'm just giving to me. I'm a giver. I don't. No. When you start, God will direct you. You got something just, and it is not that sometimes God can test you. He can test you. That you can go and you see that somebody, his problem is more than your problem. And the amount he wants is exactly what you have in your pocket. So if you are the person who is not going to receive or get more than, what your mind is telling you, you say, this man, what she has just come to ask for. I mean, what I have, this is just all I also have. What can I do? God will not fail you. If the person's situation is so dire, watch. God will say, give. Take that money and give to that person. And watch and see. Dare God. Dare him. When you dare, he will, look, I have been a recipient of money's come to me from where I don't know where it comes from. I'm telling you. This is a great secret that I'm telling you. And as I said, this is the introductory one. And there's another thing. Appreciation. Appreciation. You must appreciate everything that comes from people. If somebody gives it to you, thank the person, then you thank God. Say, God, I thank you. God. It's God who directs the people to us. This is one thing we are not aware of. Then, already I have said, if you do not give, you will not get. And then, you must also expand and share information that you have. You have heard information about getting money, you don't want to tell anybody, so that you alone will be getting the money. Look, and there are so many incredible things on this earth. You think you alone are going to get it. That money may come to you, but it won't do you any good. A lot of people earn a lot of money. Finally, they die and leave that money. I am telling you again how to make money without any sweat. First, it starts with an idea. And then, look, you are on this earth as a legal